Hey guys, Riley here. So this is a more in-depth video about my Hatch account. So just first of all going to the New Zealand dollars amounts. So 11,000 in there, and I'll just let you know that I put 7,000 of that in. So around 4,000 of that is profit. So 4,000 divided by my initial investment of 7,000 equals my profit at 57%. So this figure here is wrong due to the fact that the exchange rate changed from when I first started investing into this account. It was 0.6 and it's currently 0.7 New Zealand dollars to US dollars. So New Zealand dollars getting stronger, but because I put my money into US shares and US dollars, it's actually come down. But yeah, show you my little graph here. So as you can see, well, on the very left hand side of the graph is about late April, which is when I opened this account. So I got in at a very good time. Obviously I was about 1 month in this account. I was 1 month after the bottom of the market, but the market was still in a really good place to put some money into. So yeah, got in a really good time. I'm just going to go through all the stocks that I hold and why I invested in them and the returns that I've got on. So these first few companies down the bottom here, probably up all the ones on screen now. So they were my kind of initial uneducated investments. Really, I tried to get a bit of education and put a bit of thought into the companies that I was investing, but I probably didn't put as much thought in and do as much research as I should have done. However, as you can see, kind of worked out in my favor. Just luck based on what the market was doing. But these are also very small positions. I think, let's have a look at Google here. Yeah, my investment was really small, but if you look at when I invested, out there, like it's gone up heaps. And my initial investment here was 90 US dollars. So yeah, not a very big investment. That's my smallest position, obviously. And then moving through, actually another one of them was Berkshire Hathaway. Just kind of bought it. Yeah, and then all of the, Tesla was an initial investment as well that I also just got extremely lucky on. I actually bought the dip when Elon Musk tweeted that Tesla stock was too high, IMO. And Tesla stock went from $900 pre-stock split to about $700 pre-stock split. So I took that opportunity to buy Tesla, and it's quadrupled my money. However, I did not put very much money into it. Only about $170, $180 or so US. All these other investments on the page here, or most of them, like Tapestry, Footlocker, Slack, Dropbox, Upwork, and Nordstrom, they're all recommendations from a YouTube channel named Financial Education. Jeremy, I can't pronounce his last name, is the owner of the channel, and I believe he's one of the biggest, one of the most followed financial stock market investing YouTube channels on YouTube. He has some insanely valuable content, as you can see simply by looking at my screen right now. Like these investments that he recommended that I get into, like in terms of 100%ers just on this screen, we've got Tapestry, Upwork, and Nordstrom. I doubled my money in all those stocks based on his advice. Some people might call that method cheap of me to just straight copy someone else's investment advice. However, he knows a lot more than I do, and being like pretty uneducated on the market and investing in stocks and stuff, I figure the best way I was able to get into the stock market is to take investment picks from other stock market investors with more experience, rather than going through the whole learning curve of understanding the financials of the company myself. Like, obviously in the long term I'll do that, especially as I put more money in. Like, I've been looking into more financial statements and stuff and doing a bit more research into the companies. But for the very early game, just like starting out, it's it's a pretty easy tactic to take. I also follow a YouTuber named Meet Kevin for his kind of overall market advice. He basically does like news stories at the moment, really, about the election, coronavirus, the stimulus, and all that. And yeah, it's really informative for the stock market investing, kind of things you have to know to be in the US stock market. And he keeps it as up to date as he can, like posting every day. Some insanely valuable content there. Yeah, so go into Nordstrom here. This is my biggest gaining stock. Not the greatest percentage gain, but in terms of actual returns. So you can see I've made $653 US in this account, which is probably close to about 900 or so New Zealand dollars. Oh, I can just, 934. And I also hold this stock in my other account, my Sharesies account. So between them, I've made, I believe it's close to 2,500 New Zealand dollars profit. And yeah, as you can see by the graph, like, just holding it for a while, not even that long, since August. And then suddenly, about mid-November, it just started going through the roof. So it's actually one of the things that the Financial Education YouTube channel is really good at. Jeremy, he finds stocks before Wall Street does. That's like one of his main things that he claims to, or trains to do. That's why he does his research, is he finds these stocks before Wall Street does, so that, especially in this current market where a lot of stocks are beaten down, if he finds them, like finds that they're a good value before Wall Street does, they can go up a ridiculous amount very quickly. And that's happened on so many of these. That happened with Nordstrom, with Upwork, with Slack. Foot Locker has actually come down a bit since then, but yeah, he did it with that one as well. And Tapestry. And yeah, all of these, like, I did a little bit of my own research, but the only reason I ever heard about the stocks and the only reason I really bought them is because he recommended them so highly. So he is the man I have to thank for all this money that's sitting right in front of me. And you too can watch his videos and get that same investing advice. Yeah, so this has been my Hatch account. If you've got any questions, just leave them down in the comments. Although, to be honest, this account is one that I stopped putting money into because the Sharesies account has less fees for smaller transactions, and I generally tend to do smaller transactions considering I'm a fairly cautious person. I like to kind of average my buy price across like multiple days, multiple weeks, and that way I don't really run the risk of buying at a peak and then losing a lot of money very quickly. I obviously have a lot more money in my Sharesies account, and I'll do another video on that one let you guys know kind of everything that I hold between the two accounts, but a lot of them are double ups. So I just started buying more of the same stocks and didn't want to pay that same $3 fee that Hatch charges. So started buying more of each of these stocks, or some of these stocks, through Sharesies. Yeah. So thanks for watching the video. See you again in the next one.